Welcome to the Frontline Herbalism Podcast with your host Nicole Rose from the Solidarity Apothecary. This is your place for all things plants and liberation. Let's get started. Hello, welcome back to the Frontline Herbalism Podcast. I am in a car park again, a different one though, in a slightly posh Somerset village, so I feel a little bit self-conscious with everyone walking past, but what can you do? I just wanted to hop on to share a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to do a proper episode tomorrow, not in a car park. So yeah, there's two things coming up. So they are the Herbalism PTSD and Traumatic Stress course and new sexy merchandise for the Mobile Herbal Clinic Calais. So I'm going to chat about the merchandise first. So if you are a new listener, basically, I'm heavily involved in a project called the Mobile Herbal Clinic Calais. And before I got preggers and had my little one, I spent 4 years going back and forth to France with the team, and the team still go out now. The project's continued to grow, and basically it's a mobile clinic that goes the first week of every month, or it tries to. We don't always have the financial resources for that. But it works with refugees and asylum seekers and people on the move in northern France. So, yeah, people living mostly in Dunkirk and Calais and the kind of surrounding area. And yeah, people are trying to cross into the UK. And because there's no safe or legal options to do that for most people, people are forced to literally risk their lives crossing the channel. It's one of the most dangerous crossings in the world in terms of the amount of people who've died. And yeah, people are forced to live in extremely horrific, hostile conditions outside with fuck all infrastructure. And the most basic of kind of, a simple cold or upper respiratory infection can escalate into much more serious respiratory conditions, for example. And yeah, so the team works with people with a lot of respiratory infections and GI issues and things, as well as we've got an external medicine station where we do vast amounts of first aid and, wrapping sprained ankles, things like this, and loads of medical advocacy. So we drive people to hospital regularly and advocate for people in the local clinic. It's called La Paz. It's a free clinic, but most people don't know it exists. So a huge part of our work is spotting people that have clinical red flags going on that really need certain investigations or other medical care that we can offer, and supporting them to know where to go, taking them if needed, translating if needed. But all of the medicines are made, pretty much 90% of them are made by a team of volunteers. Amazing herbalist called Louise, who lives on an organic farm in Hampshire, and she hosts volunteers the third weekend of the month. So if you ever want a nice weekend at a beautiful fucking place to get stuck in with harvesting herbs and making medicine, they would love your help there. There's details about that on the Mobile Herbal Clinic website. But yeah, basically everything we make, cough syrup, immune tonic, wound sprays, all the things are from plant medicines that we've made ourselves. And I think that makes the project super fucking special, to be honest. And there's not many similar things happening around the world. So so basically we are completely fucking grassroots, grassroots, capital G. No one fucking funds herbal medicine projects. Very few people fund kind of medical things that are just response work and not, all this community building, blah, blah. But basically we have no fucking money left. And we depend entirely on people donating every month if they can, or doing other grassroots fundraisers. And we near enough have staggered on the last few years with these massive merchandise fundraisers where we're selling t-shirts and hoodies and things online. And we launched one a couple of weeks ago and it is flopped. We have only made $1,000 or something, and each trip costs £3,000, and we normally raise enough for 5 or 6 trips. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, whether it's the algorithm, whether it's fucking Mercury retrograde, who knows, but we need your fucking help, basically. Please buy a t-shirt. There's t-shirts and patches and tea towels with 2 different designs that are fucking gorgeous. So yeah, please put it on your social media, please text your mates, please direct message people, forward it on your email, send it on your newsletters. The deadline to order is this coming Sunday, the 22nd of March. So yeah, I would just be fucking devastated if we don't even make enough for one trip. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be pretty fucking down about that. So yeah, please support the project. We are living in an age of like fucking full on fucking fascism, and even just the far right are like coming to France and harassing people and targeting people and volunteers and mostly racialized people, but like we fucking need solidarity. Like, we need to be supporting each other. Like, we need to be supporting grassroots projects that are doing the fucking work to keep people alive, to keep people safer. And, God knows what it's going to look like in France in the coming months with everything that's happening in Iran and everything else. Like, yeah, lots of fucking people are going to be displaced. So the needs are going to escalate in terms of like healthcare. So anyway, please fucking support. And the merch is gorgeous. Like, if you want to attract a super fucking cute babe who likes plants, maybe they're queer, maybe they're not. I'm pretty much aware that everyone that listens to this show is queer, so I'm just assuming that as a baseline. But I'm just saying, you will look fucking gorgeous in these t-shirts, so please order one. Okay, and the other thing that's happening this weekend is my Herbalism, PTSD and Traumatic Stress course is open for enrollment on Sunday. This, if you haven't heard me go on and on about it, is a fucking epic body of work with 8 modules where you are introduced to herbalism and how to build relationships with plants, all the practical medicine making things like herbal medicine safety, like everything you need to know if you're kind of new to herbalism. But if you're not new to herbalism and you're passionate about herbalism, you will find so much fucking depth and value, because I'm constantly sharing my experience of working with these plant medicines in practice. So there are 32 plants that are profiled in depth who are all nervines. So these are plants with an affinity for the nervous system. And we look at relaxant nervines, we look at nerve tonics, we look at sedative herbs, we look at stimulating nervines. Like, we go through all the things. There's a big fucking lush geeky lesson all about like nervous system physiology and different nervous system states. It's just like a really massive body of work, and I've recently been kind of collating more recent testimonials, and they're fucking gorgeous, and I should have checked to read one out on this show, but I will be sharing these a lot more over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, basically there's a waiting list, so this is just a fucking email list. There's no commitment to buying or anything. But if you can join the waiting list, it soothes me to know that people are interested, and then you don't miss it, because the amount of people that miss the program because of just information overwhelm in our society. If you sign up for the email list, you will get emails from me reminding you like when it's open, when it closes. It only opens twice a year, like in March and the end of September. So yeah, now is like the fucking best time to learn herbalism, because you're just entering spring, well, depending on where you are in the world, but you're just heading straight into this amazing spring and summer with loads of plants around and an opportunity to put this stuff into practice. So yeah, I personally am a real spring person. So anyway, it is no one turned away for lack of funds, which means you don't have to pay. You can access it for free. I will not fucking turn away people because they're experiencing poverty in fucking capitalism. So, you're welcome to access it for free. You're welcome to access it on a sliding scale or like a monthly donation. You could put in £3 a month, the cost of a posh coffee. I mean, posh coffees are like 4 or 5 quid now. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm just saying that money shouldn't be a barrier. I know there's like other factors like time and energy and things, but it's completely like no stress learning. Like, you can dip in and out. Like, even if you just logged in and did a couple of lessons a year, that would be fine. If you were like, right, I really want to learn more about hawthorn, I'm just going to go listen to that lesson on hawthorn. Like, you're getting value from the course. Does that make sense? But yeah, I will be talking about it a lot more over the coming weeks before it closes for enrollment. But yeah, I'll put the link in the show notes to the waiting list. Please sign up to that if you can. If you are gonna pay the like normal kind of standard fee, which is like fucking awesome if you can, then if you join the waiting list, you basically get a discount code there as a thank you. So that's the only place I share that code. And yeah, I'm gonna potentially change how the Solidarity Access works in terms of the code, just because it's like a metrics thing of like knowing how many people have accessed it. So the first place I'm going to share that is the waiting list. So please join the waiting list. And I'm hopefully going to be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Please buy a t-shirt. Please join the waiting list. Thank you for supporting grassroots herbalism. Like, herbalism has so much fucking potential and so much impact in the world. And yeah, we fucking need plant medicines more than ever in these times of climate change and fascism and all the fucking things and escalating state violence. And yeah, herbal solidarity, I think, is just like a wonderful thing to be organizing right now. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for supporting it. Please check all the things out in the links, and yeah, take care. Thanks so much for listening to the Frontline Herbalism Podcast. You can find the transcript, the links, all the resources from the show at solidarityapothecary.org/podcast.